Well, good evening, everybody. Ken Johnson here with you. We are live. This is Weather After Dark Christmas Eve edition here. This is the 23rd of December. Time right now is about 9:26 in the evening here. And, a lot of us have been preparing for this, and a lot of shopping, a lot of stress, a lot of hard work. And, the day is almost here. A lot of people do Christmas Eve celebrations with family. Some go to some church services on Christmas Eve. A lot of people choose to do Christmas Day at home with just the kids and families, immediate family. So a lot of fun is going to be taking place over the next 24 hours. Myself, it's really kind of sad and kind of depressing. I really don't have my kids are not here. It's just me and my wife and the dogs. There's nothing that's going to be special about, at least Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I mean, I'll enjoy spending it with my wife and my dogs. I might see my kid for a minute or two, um, there's just no big hoopla around our place, on Christmas. Now we will have a party after Christmas, mid-January, and it'll be for, our kids and everybody. And that's a lot of fun, but by then Christmas is kind of worn off. It's not the same. To me, Christmas Eve and especially Christmas Day is always kind of a little sad. And here's why: because you've gone from the period from around Thanksgiving up until the 25th of December, and you've seen all the decorations. You've had all the festive music. Everybody, it's just a real joyous time of the year, and then boom, like that, one day it's over. And in many instances, it's just over after Christmas morning. It's over after a few minutes. It's just done. Yeah, I remember as a kid, I would always be real sad on Christmas night because, it was over with. And then you kind of get back into the swing of things. Of course, we got New Year coming up, but I mean, as an older, and I'm not old by any means, but as an older adult, I don't do as much on New Year's Eve as I used to as a kid, as a younger adult. So, it's just another day. But that's kind of what Christmas has become too to me. Unfortunately, it's just become another day. I will be going to my mom's house over on the 26th. That's in Mississippi, and I'll be there until the 30th. And that'll be nice. But, even that has, while it's happy, at the same time, there's a little bit of a sadness there too. Because, when I leave there on December the 30th, I don't know when I'll even see them again. I don't even know if I'll get to go home again anytime soon. It's a long way over there to Mississippi from here. So it can be depressing. But I don't want to be depressing on here tonight. I want to have fun. That's not what Weather After Dark is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be sad and depressing. And I'm sitting here bringing everybody down. So, by the way, my favorite candy, just in case y'all know, peanut M&Ms. My wife picked this shirt out for me. She got it on Amazon. So, this is not a shirt I'd wear every day, but it is a shirt that I'd wear for the holidays. So, by the way, Charlie, Merry Christmas to you and your family as well. John, I don't know about where you're down in Houston, I think. So yeah, you got rain chances in the forecast. There's some rain out there tonight, developing anyway in some areas, but matter of fact, I would say I'd share, but I'm not able to do Restream and have my graphics open at the same time. So, but I can look at the radar real fast, and I'm gonna try to do some Santa tracking tomorrow. When I was a kid, my favorite part of Christmas was always watching the local weatherman track Santa. I would stay up until you'd watch it at 6:00. Thanks, Carrie, and good evening to you as well. And Merry Christmas to you, Patricia. I would watch it 6:00, and the weatherman would have Santa Claus, flying through on the radar. And then if you stayed up till 10:00, you could also sometimes watch the weatherman tracking Santa. So, a lot of places don't do that. A lot of TV stations don't do that anymore. A lot of them do the NORAD stuff. Appreciate it, Patricia. But I am going to try to go a little old school tomorrow and I've been testing out some new equipment to track Santa. So I am going to track Santa on our app, the First Alert 6 Weather app, and on Facebook tomorrow night. So I will have updates on the app, YouTube, Brenda, and also on social media. And by social media, every one of these sites, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. It will be an update at 7, 8, 9, and 10 o'clock. Okay. So that's what you can expect. ¿Qué pasa, Corey? ¿Qué pasa? Feliz Navidad. Y'all, I went to a, last night, I went to a birthday party for a kid. It was a kid birthday party. Well, Merry Christmas to the Gallon family from the Johnson family. And it was at, where was it at? It was at the Maniac Mansion. And that's that place in Wichita Falls. It's got all those old school video games and whatnot. Pretty cool place. I thought it was really cool. I liked the vibe in there. It was really old school. A lot of games that I like. But anyway, so 9-year-old kid. And the reason why we were there, we're friends with the parents. And it's going good. Thank you, Javier. And yes, I appreciate it. So the parents were, the family anyway, was a family that we made friends with when we were on our trip to Italy. So anyway, we got invited to their birthday party, and they're a Hispanic family, and they made authentic Mexican food. Now you can go to whatever restaurant you want to go to, and I'm just going to name a couple. On the border, it's just decent food. It's it's on the border. It's on the border, right? Merry Christmas, Dawn. Then I like Jefe's. I think Jefe's I think it's a good food. But, it's not like this. This was something totally different. They made these beans, and it was made with just like this pork fat and whatnot. I mean, I'm sure it wasn't too healthy for you, but those beans were incredible. But they hurt my stomach a little bit. So then they made this this chili, and it was good, but that chili was hot, man. It was really hot. And then they made fajita meat and rice. And man, I tell you what, this stuff was good. It, like I said, did not have the same flavor if you went to the local, Mexican food restaurant. This had a different, I mean, it had some hints of what you would get there, but it just was better. It just tasted better. It had a better taste to it. My favorite, believe it or not, my favorite Mexican food, restaurant. I love Jefe's. And I love El Nortino. That's great for a burrito. But the best I've had restaurant-wise anywhere, I don't care where it is, in the whole entire country, the whole entire world. I'm sure there's other better out there, but my favorite, and I've eaten Mexican food all over the world, is a place in Henrietta, Texas. And this is not sponsorship paid, nothing like that. But this place is called The Open Table. It used to be a food truck. And now I think they built a restaurant there. But let me tell you, these ladies, they make everything right there from scratch. And it's like just the freshest, best tasting food ever. It's so wonderful. And I'll tell anybody that my favorite Mexican place in the world, Mexican food place, is Open Table in Henrietta. But that stuff last night was good. It was a different level of good. It was something different. So, all right. So our local weather watcher, Eric Pridemore, says, we can bring him. I can bring his. I think I can. Let me see how I'll do this here. This is our local weather watcher here, Eric Pridemore. It is now 61 degrees in Colbert, northeast of Wichita Falls. He says that every single time. Gotta love it. On the Oklahoma side, and here's his quotes of the day. And the Mega Millions, and I saw this on the billboard, and the Mega Millions is now estimated at a $970 million jackpot. And we're going to Arkansas to visit with Candace Pridemore's parents and her Clark family relatives on Christmas Day. So Clark, whenever I see the word Clark and Christmas, you know what I think of? Yep, you got it. Christmas Vacation. And I have seen Christmas Vacation more times this year than I think I've ever seen it, ever. And the only thing I can think of is, "You serious, Clark?" Whenever he's at the table, he says, "You serious, Clark?" That's pretty funny. But yeah, I am looking forward to. Yeah, open table is the best food ever, Patricia. It is. It is crazy. Yes, I think it is. I think it is across some curves. I think. Well, John, it's been gloomy and cloudy here for the last couple of days as well. Kind of cool too outside. Joshua Johnson says, "No chiles and Bowie is good." I want to say I've eaten at Dos Chiles before, and it is good. So, but I mean, there's just places that you eat, and my dad always says that Mexican food all tastes the same, and I agree with them to a certain extent, but I can also disagree with them. Yes, it does all have the same a certain similarity, but some of it's better than others. But you know when you go to a place that is really good, and the open table is that place, it is just different. It's on a whole other level. It isn't. It's not Tex-Mex. I mean, this they make at the open table. They make this thing that's called a tres leches cake. I had never had it before, so my wife had me go try it. No, I tried it at where did I try it at? At Chewy's. I tried it at Chewy's, and I thought it was fantastic. Then went to the open table, and it was even better. So I told Yvette, who's the owner, I was like, I would love to learn how to make this. And she went to Mexico and bought me a big thing of Mexican vanilla. And she said, "This is what you're going to need if you're going to make tres leches." Well, she taught me. She gave me the ideas on how to make it, and I make it. I make it good, folks. I can make a tres leches cake that'll make you slap your mama. It's good. So, anyway, time right now is 9:37. By the way, and I like my Mexican. So what are you guys doing for Christmas? What are y'all? Do you celebrate on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, or do you do both? What do you guys do? Um, I really haven't decided what. Yeah, it'll be just me and my wife, but Hayes may come over. And Jordan moved out yesterday. Um, he moved into a. He moved over somewhere with his girlfriend. So we're true empty nesters now, guys. Mary says we are. Mary says we are making homemade fajita tamales. Oh man, I love tamales. I love good tamales, but it's hard to find good tamales. But I do like them. But I like them, good ones. So looks like Corey says he's having the biggest party and is inviting himself. Corey, when I was single in my mid 30s. I got a divorce at 35 or 36. I can't remember, one of those two ages. And one of the best dates I ever went on was a date I took myself on. It was just me. That was it. I went to Texas Roadhouse. I got myself a big fat juicy steak. And I got myself a nice big baked potato there, salad, and a nice cold beer. I sat down there. I drank that beer. I ate that steak, and I ate that potato, and I ate the salad, and I was stuffed. Then I went to the movie, and I saw a scary movie by myself. Went home, went to sleep. It was a great, great date. So sometimes the best parties you go to are the ones you go to by yourself when the only person invited is you. So Ty says, "Merry Christmas, Ken. Just went and watched the new Sonic movie." I've heard a lot of people say good things about the new Sonic movie. I probably won't go see it at the theater. I'll probably wait for it to come out on, one of the streaming networks, which it will, probably Paramount, I would think. And then, I'll probably just kind of wait until I haven't been to the movies in a long. Last movie that I went to the theater and saw was probably about a year or two ago. The last movie I saw at the theater had to have been probably that new Avatar, the newer Avatar movie. I didn't think it was that good, so All right, Holly wants to know, do you know when the news will be showing the clip on Jacksboro tonight? What is that clip? What's the clip of? I might can tell you. So you tell me what it is. I might can tell you. Is it a sports clip? Is it a news? What is it? So I actually got the rundown right here. So I can tell you. Let's see here if there's anything on here about the Jacksboro. Yep, there it is. Jacksboro special meeting, first story. It coming up right off the top. So Holly, to answer your question, Jacksboro special meeting, right? It's a lead story tonight, right off the top. So you'll see it first thing. And then guess what you see after that? Well, no, usually I'm second, but next is the Wichita Falls City Council meeting. And then the third story is Mink. Of course, the lead story, you're welcome, Holly. Tomorrow night should be Santa, but it won't be. I'm sure we'll be tracking Santa with NORAD stuff like we always do. But like I say, I'm going to do it too. And I'm going to have updates on social media here. So you guys can see that. Hey, I'm also live on TikTok now. But, one thing about it is I don't have anybody asking questions on TikTok. So I wonder if there's something up with that. I don't know. Darren Beaver, clickbaiters are busy hyping January 3rd event. Oh my gosh. Oh, I know it. So Darren says here, Darren's he's a legit good weather guy. And he's not one of these idiots that go on and hype up stuff and just overblow stuff. And he's not on there to get clicks. He's like us. Okay. So, one thing that our computer models are notorious for doing, especially the GFS is, once you get beyond 10 days, these models will now forecast, show you what the weather patterns might look like, 10 to 15 days out. It'll show you that far out in advance. And this time of year, the GFS especially, it's one of our computer models that looks that far out, is notorious for showing big snowstorms, in that 10 to 15 day range. It does it almost every run, but every run it'll look a little different. May come in a little different, maybe a different location, but it'll be somewhere in the vicinity. But then once you get inside of that 10 days, it completely takes it away. Now, I'm not saying that we're not going to see a snow or an ice storm at some point this winter. We usually do see something. But, January 3rd is still a good ways out there. So there's no way you'll be seeing me post stuff. Because I don't care. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to get the clicks and the likes and whatnot, but I'm not going to, put that over what, my beliefs are, as a trained meteorologist, as an educated meteorologist, we know how the models do, and we're not in the clickbait business, but unfortunately that's where a lot of people are, in the world of weather. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. So Cameron Lindsay says, 48 hours until I TP your house. You know what? If you TP my house, Cameron, if you TP my house, you're going to come over and clean every bit of the TP up, not just the TP in the trees, not just the TP on the ground, but wherever there's a little piece of paper, trash, anything in my yard, you're going to clean it up. So better think twice about that, my friend. Merry Christmas Eve, Katie. That's what I do too. I call it Christmas Eve. I made chicken and dumplings tonight to celebrate. It was good chicken and dumplings. So Mary says, Mary quite contrary says, we are going to make homemade mesa for the tamales. Okay. That would probably be pretty good. You can always, drop some off here at the station. I'll be here tomorrow evening. Always drop some off. I mean, you can. I will not tell you no. So I know you saw snow. I'm not sure what that is. Sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to put that. Hide that. I don't know what that is. So I know you saw snow, Cameron. But, you didn't see much snow. You saw some dander flakes. I mean, it looked more wet than it did snowy. So I'm not jealous. Plus, you know me, I'm not a big cold weather guy. I like it warm, and I don't really like snow. But this time of year, I would. I don't know. It just something tells me somewhere in my gut, or something somewhere along the way. I just got this vision that we're going to have a big winter storm down this way at some point this winter. There's no rhyme or reason to forecast. That's no skill and no forecast. It's just my gut tells me we will. We may not see any. We probably won't see anything now that I tell you that, but we'll see. I don't know. I haven't been looking at the hype event. I mean, there's been a couple model runs that show a little winter storm here or there, but that's a long way out. And some runs show it, some runs don't. So don't get caught up in that. I will be here, Mary. Quite contrary. I'll be here tomorrow, let's say about 3. Then I'll leave here about 6:30, and then I'll be back here 8:30 or so. I'll call it tomorrow. Will be a short. Will be a kind of a shorter day. I'm not gonna. I mean, it's Christmas Eve, so yes, I'll work a normal shift, but it will be kind of like a shortened normal shift. So I'll do so. Well, Corey, I'm telling you, if y'all TP my house, I know who did it, and y'all are gonna pick it up. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. So there we go. But hey, I haven't been working as much lately. Or like I took the holidays off for the working on the other investment house, so it's been nice to just chill. And I hadn't been chilling. I've been doing work around my house, but it's been nice to be home rather than going somewhere else to work. So it's been pretty nice. Pretty nice. I'm going to stay on here till 9:50. I got about 2 more minutes here, and then I'm going to hop off. Cam says it's snowing this is Cam Miller. It's snowing in Jamestown, New York. That's where it's supposed to snow, is up there. Oh, well, thanks, Mary. That's awesome. I will gladly take them, and I will gladly eat them too. I have missed you, Cameron. I'll be glad when you're back so you can fill in for me. And I don't have to work on the weekend anymore. No, I really have missed you. I'll be glad when you're back. I wonder why I don't get any messages here on any messages on from TikTok on here. It's all Facebook. Occasionally I'll get one from YouTube, but I don't even see that on here right now. So I'm going to the SIP on Thursday. I'll leave probably Thursday morning sometime probably. And I'll be back this time next week. I'll be back. So yeah, he wants to TP my house. What we're going to do is we're going to TP his apartments. We're going to do. It does look like it could turn a little colder around the early January. We'll see what happens. So we'll have to kind of wait and see how it all plays out. But there's some indications we could see some cold weather during that time frame. I know, Robert says, it's far out, wondering what kind of severe storm season we're going to have. Hard to say. There's just no way to be able to tell at this point in time. It's just too far out. And, there's so many variables that have to take place for that to happen. And, it's just no way to tell at this point in time. A lot of people seem to think that the Dixie Alley, the southeastern U.S., will come back to life this year, and we may see less of it out our way, but we'll just have to see. There's no way to know that for sure. So, all right, guys, well, it's 9:50 now. It is time for me to go and get ready for the newscast. But we'll be back on here tomorrow night for a special Christmas Eve edition of Weather After Dark. So you're in the hospital with kidney stones and kidney failure. Well, that don't sound good, Mark. Better get feeling better. We gotta have you for storm season, man. You better be getting better. Get those kidneys better. And you know what, Corey? I got some of that. I got it as a gag gift for Christmas. I've got some, and I will go definitely spray it in his apartment. All right, I've got to go, guys. I got to get dressed. I mean, I've got like 9 minutes. So thanks for joining me here. We will be back on again tomorrow night, same time, same place. Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a good night.